Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to another installment of Home Solutions. Dennis Purvis here with you live in the Mix 104.1 studios, bringing you the area's only local home and garden show. Today, we're brought to you by, as always, Pro 93 Home Solutions, which we're going to be talking a lot about today. Your friendly local neighborhood general contractor. We handle everything from large to small, from bathroom remodels all the way to custom builds. If we can help you partner with your project, we'd love the opportunity to earn your business. Give us a call, 458-4135, or check us out online at pro93homesolutions.com. Make sure to check out our new improved website, complete with our gallery page, so you can see some of the things we've been doing. Also, remember, we've got our clean team. Wendy and the clean team are ready to come out and give you a quote on maybe it's a one-time move-in, move-out special, a deep clean. Kids are going back to school. You're trying to clean it up from the summer. Maybe you'd like to get set up now that the kids are back in school for a regular recurring service, whether it's residential or small commercial. We would love the opportunity. All our estimates are free for whether it's remodeling, construction, or cleaning. Again, give us a call, 458-4135, or check us out online at pro93homesolutions.com. With that out of the way today, I'm very happy to have a couple folks with us. One you've seen in here before and listened to before, Jesse Matthews, my partner in crime. Both of us are the owners of Pro 93. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. Thanks for getting me back out on here.
Yes, he loves it.
Wonderful show.
He loves it. Jesse loves being on the radio. And someone who is very, very shy. She's almost backwards. It's really hard to get her to say anything. She's been with us for a while, but recently we've created a new position, and it's Mary Feller, who is our quality coordinator. How you doing today, ma'am?
I'm doing great.
And so we're going to talk a little bit about what that means for you as a potential customer, what it means for us as a company, and just some kind of things that we have seen as we've grown and over the last few years. And first of all, we just want to say thank you to everybody that listens every week, the comments, with the emails, the comments, all the feedback we get is fantastic. The suggestions for guests are fantastic. So thank you guys for doing that. And you guys have been a big part. A lot of you have become customers, and which means you've become family. And we appreciate that. You've been a big part of our growth over the last 4 years. That said, that was one of the things Jesse and I, as we were suffering through growing pains, trying to figure out as owners and trying to be everywhere at once. And, we started out, we had 1 or 2 projects going on, and now it's not uncommon for us to have 7 or 8 crews out on different jobs every day. Mm-hmm. You can't be everywhere all the time. And also, we take our relationships with our customers very seriously. We're not transaction-based. We are relationship-based. We tell our customers all the time, once we do a job for you, you're part of the family. And we want to do repeat business, and we want you to have someone to call when something happens at the house. We want to be your go-to. And it was just, as we were growing, it was becoming harder and harder to keep that touch, I guess is the best way to say it, and keep that the commitment to that relationship. And we felt like we were missing something. And, Jesse and I, we spent a lot of time talking about this, trying to figure out what that piece was. And the good news was the missing piece was with us the whole time. So Mary started out with us a few years ago on the clean team. And then we found out she's a farm girl from upstate New York. She's not, like, folks, she's not just a Yankee. She's a Yankee. Like, I'm a Yankee, and I consider her a real Yankee. And she, there's not much she hadn't done, and she had worked construction. And she came on board with us on our crew and as a contractor for us. And she had always, no matter what job she was on, she always had a way of really, I guess, connecting with customers and kind of building that relationship. She got that part of it very quickly. It's just kind of, where some people it's just instinctive. And when we were thinking about how we were what we needed, she was there the whole time. And so it has been a blessing for us to keep somebody, not have to bring somebody from the outside. Our crew knows her. Our existing customers know her. So we created this position of quality coordinator, and Mary It couldn't have been better. It's been working out great. I hope you're happy.
I love my job.
Yeah, and I hope so. She has to deal with us, which is
Yep.
it's going to be let's say it's another jewel in her crown in heaven. That is for sure.
God bless your soul.
Yeah, exactly. But what that means is it allowed us to be a little more prepared, be a little more proactive, but also really understand what a customer wants and what their desires are. We say it all the time, and this gives us an opportunity to kind of put our money where our mouth is. And it's, at the end of the day, Mr. and Mr. Homeowner, we don't have to live in your house. You do. We want to make sure that when we're done, that it's a project that you're proud of. So we're going to introduce Mary to you guys today. Mary, so I kind of told a little bit of your backstory. How'd you get here? I know you're from way up north, but how'd you get here?
I couldn't deal with the New York winters and hated the Florida summer, so I'm a halfback.
There you go. There you go. We got a lot of you folks around here. Yeah, I'm glad you stayed though. I'm glad you stuck.
Yeah.
So Mary came down here, and then you started out cleaning for us.
Yep. Started out cleaning and just doing a little bit of part-time stuff, and then you found out that I knew how to do construction work, which I very carefully hid from you for almost a year.
You did.
And the estimator let it out of the bag, and I think he shared a video of me screwing down deck boards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it was a
think
deck.
you guys were building a deck.
Yep. We were
I
building
know
a
for
deck.
a fact it was a deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember seeing
And that was it. I got the phone call, will you come work with the crew? And I said, you hire girls? And we already have girls. So it was a good fit.
And listen, you bring up a good point. That's something Jesse and I have talked about, and I'll let Jesse talk about it a little bit. Our culture is something that's really important to us. And Jesse, you want to kind of speak to that?
Well, I just think it's important to have a diversified group.
Yeah.
And it's not just going to be male dominated within our company. We allow women the freedom to come in, prove themselves, to work really hard.
just like we would any guy. That
Just
walks in.
like any other person would come in. I mean, everybody's got to prove themselves on a daily.
Yeah.
And I just think that's life. I think that's just something you wake up and you go to work and you prove yourself that you are good enough to do the job. And I feel confident with our group. I feel like we have a really, really good culture of people, a really good company of people that get up and they do work hard and they're committed to what they do. And I mean, are there hiccups? Absolutely. We're in the construction business, but we take ownership of those things and we resolve those problems. And Mary's been great in this setup for us. I mean, just her work ethic, the way that she comes into her job and takes it serious and gets personal with the customers and the homeowners. It's been a great fit for a liaison in a sense between ownership of our office and then actually what's going out and being done in the field. It's been great.
And it helps too that the crew is already comfortable with her.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a very natural transition and a natural fit. But it's important to us. We tell our folks, and we do. I love that we have a coat of many colors. On Monday mornings, we kind of have a meeting with all of our contractors. It's kind of the only time in a week we get everybody together at the same time. And just looking around that room, it makes me proud as an owner to see different backgrounds, different races, different beliefs, and it's and I will tell you, you brought it up, Mary, but you know as well as I do how many customers we've had that call us back because they love the fact that we have women on the job, and it's important to us. And listen, we've our mission statement is Pro 93 is here to create a culture of care. Not just with our contractors and our customers, but within our community. And I think that's reflected in how we treat our contractors, how we treat our customers, how we treat our vendors. We want to care. We want to be there. We want to be the people you can call on to rely on. And it's Mary in the quality coordinator position is kind of front lines for that. Mary, talk a little bit about like how with your experience and what you've done. I know you've done everything from work for folks to own your own business in the past. Talk about your kind of philosophy with dealing with customers and with people.
Well, what I do in this, what my role is once we have signed a contract, I call the people up, I introduce myself, and I tell them I'm going to be your best friend for the next whatever amount of weeks it takes. I want to meet with you. I want to see your home, get to know you, get to know what you want and what your likes are, dislikes. And a lot of times I get the comment, well, I want this, but my husband would like to do it this way. And I, in those situations, I can take what he wants because I have the background in the construction, but I'm also a girl at heart, and I can always find the middle ground for them where they both have smiles on their faces. I tell them from day one, I hand them my card. I said, that's my cell phone. I always have it with me. If you have a question Saturday night at 8 o'clock, call me. And I will get back to you. And I do get calls, and
Yeah.
I'll get calls from people that are in stores. They'll send me a picture of something. Will this work in the room? And so I'm there for you through the whole process from day one until we do the walkthrough.
And I will tell you that one of the things that's also helped, just from a practical standpoint, is if those of you that are DIYers, or maybe you've been out trying to buy some materials to get some stuff done at your home, materials and it's so random what it is. It's not even a specific thing, but there are just times, folks, we were at Cracker Barrel this week for breakfast, and Cracker Barrel at 7 o'clock in the morning was out of coffee. And apparently the Cleveland location wasn't the only location, like all the Chattanooga locations, because their supplier was out of coffee. That is appliances right now, faucets, certain plumbing items, certain electrical, windows. Oh my
Vanities.
Lord, windows, doors. It seems that there's always something. So from a very practical nature, knowing up front and Mary getting in front of this weeks before we're there gives us an opportunity to not be held up. Because I will tell you, my pet peeve, as before I was a general contractor, my pet peeve with contractors were people that start a job and leave before it's over. And most of you out there, you have heard the horror stories that I paid this guy, he showed up for 2 days, and I haven't seen him in a month. And now I can't get him on the phone. I never want to be that. Jesse and I talk about that all the time. We tell our customers when we get there, we're there to, unless we're waiting on materials or there's an act of God, like if it's an exterior job and we got 4 days of rain, we're going to be there till it's finished. And that's a commitment we make. And having Mary in this position really helps head those problems off at the pass, because she's getting in front of it ahead of time. And for some tips for you folks out there, when you're looking at, there may be things that say, it says it's in store. It says it's in stock. It doesn't always mean the case that it is. And go talk if you've got a local hardware store, a local nursery, big box store. There are folks at every one of the stores who we're very fortunate in Cleveland to have great vendors. No matter what you're looking for, make sure this isn't something you're thinking you can just buy materials and go to work today. Go check. Go plan a week or two ahead. Make sure that what you have go ahead and get it ordered if it needs to be ordered. So just little tips like that, or having Mary in this position, keeps us from being in a lurch once we've started the job. So that's one tip for you guys out there today. We got some more coming. But Mary, what's the most fulfilling part of what you do?
Well, when I introduced myself to the people and I come there, I said, I'm about to bring my family here to come work at your house, because at Pro 93, we are a family. We're all brothers and sisters. And I said, these people aren't just laborers, they're craftsmen. They're artists, the things I've seen them create, and I'll flip through to show them a few pictures just to make them feel comfortable that I have the utmost confidence in the people that are going to walk through your door and do work for you.
And all I can tell you is, if for those of you on Facebook world that can see the smiles on Jesse and my faces, as an owner, that is the best thing you can hear right there, and gives us a lot of pride. So hang out. We're going to talk more about that when we get back, and talk a little bit about what we can do for you if you're looking for a contractor to partner with, and how we can possibly be that partner for you. So hang in there. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back here in just a second. You're listening to Home Solutions right here on Mix 104.1 and 101.3 The Buzz.
Are you tired of going to YouTube or Google for answers to your home improvement questions? Maybe you have more projects than you have time. No matter where you are in the process, Pro 93 Home Solutions is ready to serve you. Pro 93 is a local, veteran-owned company offering residential and commercial remodeling, cleaning, and security. Contact us today at 458-4135 or online at pro93homesolutions.com. Let the pros at Pro 93 find the solution for your home or business. That's 458-4135.
Welcome back, everybody, to Home Solutions. Little home and garden show here for the Cleveland metropolitan area. no matter how you're listening today, whether it's on any of the 3 stations, maybe you're out running around this morning, running some errands, headed to the grocery, or maybe you're headed out to one of the local hardware stores, nurseries to get some things for the house, getting your DIY projects underway. Whatever it is, thank you for listening. Maybe you're streaming online. Maybe you are listening through the Mix 104.1 app, or we'll wave to everybody on Facebook world. Hey, everybody out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Dennis Purvis here with you with my partner in crime, Jesse Matthews from Pro 93. We're the owners of Pro 93. And we've got a special guest today, our quality coordinator, Miss Mary Feller, or as Jesse likes to call her, Mrs. Fuller. Anyway.
Inside joke.
Sorry. But we've been talking a little bit about kind of our philosophy as a company, and why we've created this position, why we've felt the need for this position. And as we go through the rest of the show today, we're talking a little bit about how we can help you and the things we can do that we are doing to help our customers. And if it sounds like something that you would love to be a part of, or you're looking for someone to partner with on your project, whether it's something you want to do right now, 6 months from now, or a year from now, remember our estimates are always free, at least so you can get an idea. Maybe man, I'd love to do this addition, or I'd love to finish this basement. I just don't know how much it's going to cost. We don't charge for estimates, folks. Chris, our estimator, will come out, take a look. Maybe do I need a new roof? We've had some pretty good thunderstorms. I think I might have some storm damage. Give us a call, Jesse and Mark, and we'll get out there and take care of it. Work on getting a free estimate for you on that, and seeing if they can find roof damage. Well, just in the case that do I need to call the insurance company? Well, don't make a claim until you know there's a claim to be made.
That's right.
So give us a call, 458-4135, or pro93homesolutions.com. You can contact us right through the website. So listen, just Mary, you were saying right before we took a break about that you tell our customers that you're bringing your family. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you that's one of the comments you made was these aren't just laborers and tradespeople, these are craftsmen. Mm-hmm. Jesse and I talk about this a lot. We can't expect someone to love Pro 93 the way we do, right? We're the owners. It's our baby. At the end of the day, the buck stops with us. Rise or fall, we're the ones catching it all. However, when you have people that care about their craft, one of the guys that was with us from the beginning that passed away early this year, Brad Jones, was a dear friend of ours and one of the best carpenters I've ever known. He looked at me one time a few years ago and he said, when I got out of the service, I didn't know what I wanted to do. He said, I had a GI Bill, thought about going to school, thought about doing this. And now he said, and he held his hands up and he looked down. He said, and I realized God gave me these. And God gave me the ability to make things with these and make things that are going to last. And that has stuck with me because when I watch Brad work, when I watch, our painters, we've got some of the most talented painters.
Tile guys.
I watch Nettie and Juan do things with tile that are it's artistry. It is absolutely beautiful to watch. You watch Ked paint a room quicker than I could get the thing taped off. Here's what I learned. Good painters don't tape things off. They just have steady hands. Apparently I have some sort of palsy when I paint because it's all over the ceiling and everything else. Baseboards or everything. And there's more paint on me than there is on the wall at the end of the day. That's the reason why you don't need to hire me to paint. But Pro 93 can take care of it because we hire painters. We know our shortcomings, folks. So having those kind of folks, even down to our cleaners. Folks, Wendy that runs our clean team has a personalized license plate that says, I clean. She paid for that. She paid extra for that. Just so everybody knows, this is, honestly, it's her passion. And so when we tell you that we're proud of the culture and the people we have and that we are a family, it's because we have been blessed for the right people to walk through those doors. And there's been plenty of times where we have found people that may have had all the knowledge in the world, but were not great fit for our culture. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like Jesse makes the comparison about coaching, right? You can be the star athlete, but if you're a cancer in the locker room,
it's a bad day.
It's a bad day for everybody.
Yeah.
So Mary again. When Mary's talked about the process, we've got a contract with you. We're a few weeks out from starting. Mary's out there. Mary, talk about some of the projects we've done lately that you've been proud of, and some of the things that you've been able to do to help customers not only save some money but find what it is they're looking for.
Well, what I do when I go in and I meet with them, say if we're doing, for example, a bathroom, I find out usually from the contract, I know kind of what kind of bathroom, but it's my job to go through with them the different color schemes, the paint, the kind of tile.
The finishes on the
Yeah,
fixture.
all
That's-
the finishes on the fixtures.
Everybody's got an opinion, folks.
yeah.
They're brush nickel, or they're satin, or they are chrome, or they
Or
are
the gold.
stainless, or they are
Yep.
black, or they are gold.
I find out what the functionality is of it, and how they want it to work, where they are in their lives, because we could be doing it for a family of 5 or a retired couple.
Yeah.
So what's going to work for them? Or sometimes they're just looking to clean it up and improve the value of their home, and we usually double it whenever we walk into a house. And so I go through all those things with them, and I give them all their options, and then I start shopping, and I am the bargain hunter. I am the one that can find.
Listen, one of the reasons that Mary and I get along so well, I love a good coupon. As Ron White would say, I love coupons. Coupons are my friends. I am a reward member at every restaurant, at every store. I check the emails for the codes and the discounts, and I thought I was bad. I thought I had a problem. And then I met Mary, and I realized I'm just an amateur.
Yeah.
I am an
Well,
amateur.
I look through, and like if somebody wants a certain vanity, certain style or whatever, I look through all the sites. I don't just go to one, and I look for the deals.
And let's talk about that. For those of you that are out there, we try to give you guys tips every week. If you're out there, some of you are handy or doing your own DIY projects. Mary, let's talk about some of the places you can go around here to get good deals. I can tell you one thing we tell people a lot. There's a great place in Chattanooga right there on Lee Highway, Southeastern Salvage.
Yeah.
If you haven't tried that out, I think they're just kind of catty-cornered from Sam's Club. It's kind of weird how you get over there, but they'll have, especially if you're doing a bathroom
Yeah.
or a kitchen and you don't need a ton of tile, they'll have a leftover pallet of Italian porcelain, like just nice Carrera tile for pennies on the dollar. If you'll take it all, though, it's there, right? You just got to load it and take it. Vanities. I know we've had a lot of folks get vanities from there. Butcher block. They have some of the best butcher block, and because they have all different types of butcher block in there. We've had customers do that. Where are some other places that I'm trying to think of who?
Well, I go all over. I go to the box stores, but a lot of times I look and see if there's any little stores. Like if there's something that I can't find, I'll find one of the little mom and pop, like a flooring store or something
Yeah.
like that, and I'll walk in there and they'll go back and they'll dust off a box and say, well, and it's the perfect tile.
I can
And
tell
it's
you-
just what they want. And I'll be
Yes.
like, well, can I get a break? Because I'm going to have my guys clean those boxes off before,
There
and
you go.
they give me a break, and we pass it on to the customer.
Yeah, and listen. So one of the things we do in all of our estimates is we give allotments per square foot for your flooring materials, for your tile, whether you're doing carpet, whatever it is. And then, as Mary's shopping, she knows what her budget is. If we have you on a $4 a square foot and she finds it for $2, then your invoice will change at the end for the better. Change orders and credits go both ways. And to that end, if you're here in town, I can tell you some great places if you're looking for flooring. All box stores are box stores, I can tell you if you're doing a little bit of flooring and you want to go to a box store, a lot of people go there because maybe they have a Lowe's or a Home Depot card. They can get the financing, they can get the 5 or 10% off. Look in the middle aisles. Look on the end caps. They'll have clearance. Look for yellow stickers at both places. You can find some great, maybe it's just a discontinued floor, but there's just enough to do when you're doing flooring, always remember you need 10% more. If you need 1,500 square feet, you need 1,650 for cuts and waste. Some local places here that we love, Value Flooring out on Spring Place. They've been on the show before. Tommy, Cecily, Seth do great work out there. Bartley Norton at Wholesale Carpet here on South Lee Highway, just down past Bradley High School and the Rebel on the right. He can find you a deal anywhere. The Flooring Center, I know, has got a great tile selection, and if they don't have it, they can get it, and they can order it quick. So just know there are great options out there. Carpet as well. All those places can help you out with carpet. So it's not just the box stores. Remember, we're a small business. We like support local business anytime you can. So those are great folks out there. If you're looking for lighting, we just had them on the show a few weeks ago. Used to be Lowe's lighting inline now, right there on North Lee. Go in there and see George. He would be more than happy to help you with some things. Let's talk about faucets. That's something that we've learned a lot about. So when you're talking faucets, and I'll let Mary kind of finish this part, but I just want to tell you that if you go to a box store, a hardware store, and you look at a Delta faucet, and you go to a place like Wholesale Supply or a Ferguson, and you see the same Delta faucet, but it's $100 more expensive. Mary, explain to them why that's the case.
Well, what I do is I tell them I get all our faucets from wholesale because they're a better faucet. They can be rebuilt, whereas the ones that you get from the box just go back in the box. And I said, you're going to spend the $100 right now, but it's the last faucet you're going to put on that sink. And how much are you going to pay to have a plumber come out when it starts leaking and everything else?
You've spent thousands of dollars on a tile shower to know that the valve's going to go bad. Because
Yeah.
we've kind of had this explained to us and seen that the Delta faucet, that same model that you see at wholesale, and may see the same name on it at one of the box stores, they're not even made in the same factory.
Nope, they're
the
not.
The difference are the insides. The insides of those box stores that are $100 cheaper are plastic. They're going to corrode. They're going to literally friction and grind down. We have pretty hard water here.
Yeah.
It's going to eat that alive. Wholesale, all metal.
It's all metal inside.
Metal parts, and Wholesale Supply has all the parts. When those seats and springs do go, instead of replacing that whole thing, you just go spend $20. We just did it for a customer. It was $20 a handle, $41 she was out for parts, as opposed to a $300 faucet.
Yeah.
So just understand that sometimes especially when it comes to plumbing and fixtures, if you're spending a ton of money, we see people see it all the time, and they'll come back to us. I wish I wouldn't have cheaped out at the end. You know,
Very common.
it is, and it's you start getting worried about your budget. We get it. Like we got kids, families. We understand money's important, budget's important, but we always try to help folks and like, look, this money, the labor's the same for us.
Yeah.
We're not making any more money by suggesting that you buy more of a faucet, because it's going to take us the same amount of time to put that in as we do the other one. Mm-hmm. The difference is you're going to pay us that labor again in another year or two when that thing goes bad. And then 2 years after that, and 2 years after that. So in my life, I equate it to, I have an iPhone. And I am the world's worst about spending the real $30, $40 on a real cord for my iPhone. I'll go to a gas station and buy an $8 cord. Do you know how many $8 cords I've bought?
Enough to buy one really good one.
Yeah.
Enough to buy 6 really good
Yeah.
ones. So think about that as you go on that. So there's some more tips for you. And listen, folks, if we're here for you as a community, if there's something we can do, you've got a question just on buying materials, call us. 458-4135. Someone in the office will be happy to talk to you a little bit about it. If you want us to come out and give you an estimate, Chris, we'll get Chris on the schedule. Maybe you need a roofing estimate. We'll get Mark out there. 458-4135. Free estimates all the way around. Check us out online, pro93homesolutions.com. Mary, we can't let you go without telling you how much we love you and appreciate you.
I love you guys too.
You've been great. It's been
and
awesome.
She's also, folks, a really good baker. So if you become really good friends with you, she'll make you cookies and scones and muffins and
Brownies.
Brownies. Oh, yeah.
And lasagna.
And lasagna.
Don't forget lasagna.
Don't forget Jack. Jesse
Sounds
said
so good, 'cause
Jesse
I'm
said
so hungry
three-
right now.
Jesse said 3 words all day. And he's like, don't forget the lasagna.
Lasagna.
Yeah. Listen, folks, we thank you guys for listening once again. You've been listening to Home Solutions. Remember, when you get home, love on your family. Go love your neighbor. And remember, we're all in this together. We'll see you guys next Saturday. Have a great week. From all of us at Home Solutions to all of you, you've been listening right here on Mix 104.1 and 101.3 The Buzz.